guys, welcome to my channel. It's Dee from Busy with Dee, and today I am doing a pantry makeover video. You will see very soon that my pantry is in terrible condition. It's just an absolute mess. I have 3 kids, we're a family of 5, and our pantry is what I would say small. It's not the smallest we've ever had, but it is small, so it gets messy really quickly. And then I have a 2-year-old who just he has no rules. He doesn't care. So there are crumbs everywhere. Anything he can reach, he can open. So I definitely had to take time to organize my pantry, but I first started with cleaning my kitchen. I wanted to clear off my counters and wipe everything down because I knew I was about to unload a lot of stuff onto the counters, and I wanted to make sure I had space for everything. Okay guys, so this is what my pantry looked like. It was filled with tons of food, of course, and containers that I was slowly starting to stack up on because I knew I wanted to make over the pantry. And then I had started filling some of the containers with the items that I wanted in them, but then I stopped for some reason. I'm not sure, but it was a disaster to say the least. So my next step was to unload everything out of the pantry. You want to take every single thing out. Wipe down those counters, sweep the floor, whatever else you may need to do regarding what's in your pantry. But I had to take everything out because I wanted to completely start from scratch. Nothing that was in there was going to stay exactly where it was, and I just wanted to get a clear vision of how I wanted the pantry to be organized. Do you see the road? So while I was unloading, I tried my best to keep like items together. So I had my baking goods, my beans, then my pastas and noodles together, random stuff like that was together, then cereal, more cereal, then breakfast items, stuff like that, just so you know how much of everything you have. And clearly, since my pantry was so messy, I ended up with about 7 packages of spaghetti and like 5 containers of oatmeal and then 5 containers of pancake mix, just because I didn't know what was in my pantry. So once everything was on the counter, I enlisted the help of 2 out of the 3 people who helped contribute to the pantry mess, which are my 2 daughters. One is clearing off the counters, and then the other is sweeping the floor. Now, if you look over to the side, you see one of the shelves is broken. It's because my youngest daughter was trying to reach something and stood on the shelf and broke it. So I will fix that later on. But here are the items that I plan to use to organize the pantry. I will list where I got every single item in the description below, so you can just click on that and it'll take you right to the items. But I had already washed everything, cleaned everything out except for the lids. They were covered in plastic, so I didn't need to do that. Now I'm starting to fill some of my containers or baskets with the food items that I would like to go in the baskets or bins. But I eventually stopped that and moved to organizing or arranging my containers in my pantry while the containers were empty. This just allowed me to get a better visual of where I wanted the taller items, the taller containers versus the shorter ones or the round ones, and I didn't have to move the containers while they had food in them. Keep it secret. Now, while I was filling the containers with food, I kept my kids in mind. So most of my breakfast items that the kids could help themselves to, I put those in a plastic container. So like all of the oatmeal, pancake mix, cereal, things like that they can grab on their own, those are in a plastic container, because while I want my pantry to look nice, I also don't want to have a panic attack every time my 7-year-old reaches in there to get something. I'm afraid that she might break something. So I set it up to where it would be very kid friendly, but it also has a nice aesthetic to it. Can't think through all the words I never said. Lie to cover up the feelings, let it end, it end, it end. So like I stated earlier, I didn't fill all of my containers with food because I wasn't sure where I wanted to place them in my pantry. So I am just going about that now, just kind of laying everything out and getting an idea of where I want the containers to go.
Just getting me above now. Just getting me above now.
Here is a reminder of what my pantry looked like before. This is what our pantry looks like now.
See the sun goes down, driving lights in hearts, counting trees around. This is our day to dream. My heart it's cursed with you.
I hope you guys enjoyed this pantry transformation. This is part 1. Part 2, I will be building sliding doors for the pantry because right now it opens up into a hallway. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Do you see the road? Just get